Hey everyone, welcome to Readings by Asteria. My name is Asteria and I am a psychic empath, and my form of divination is through tarot. If you'd like more information about me, you can find it in the description box below. But I wanted to get into the energy lately. Yesterday, and I know that other empath psychics, whatever it is, whatever spiritual practice that you have, whatever label you like to give yourself, if you're highly empathic and you easily pick up energies from others, it could just be me, but I feel like it's really intense right now. Of course, it's with what's going on globally, but it's more than that. It's like the energy is, I feel it's not only a lot, but it's something that's uncomfortable. And what I've come to find is, as highly empathic people, it's really, really crucial right now that you take care of yourself and that you reboot when needed. I know that I'm feeling this way recently, especially with what it is that we do. A lot of people come to us for, if it's not our wisdom, it's our gifts and our ability to heal. But what we have to remember is, as healers, we cannot heal if we're not healed, or we cannot share our energy if we don't have enough for ourselves. So, and that's important because it has to do with health. And interestingly enough, I purchased a Reiki candle last week, and it was regarding health, and the color is blue. And not too long ago, I did a reading, and blue was a very prominent color, and it has to do with healing. So I feel at this moment it's really important as a healer, as an empath, and also if you don't consider yourself these things, it's important to focus on healing right now and recentering. Now, reason why I'm doing this reading is I was called to do it. I'm doing another general reading. We are in Mercury retrograde right now, and it's in Scorpio. You know, the full moon was in Aries. So this mix is a lot of Mars energy. It's highly intense. Aries and Scorpio are both ruled by Mars. So everything can seem very aggressive, or people may get aggressive. And something that I highly recommend, and this is coming, I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart, so I have a lot of prominent Mars energy within who I am as a person. So I do have to battle, you know, letting things go and not, and allowing the energy to settle and then move forward. And I feel that this is what's happening. And what I want to say is, I know I'm blabbing a lot before the reading, but it has a lot to do with the energy that's currently going on. What I want to say is, instead of reacting right now, the point is to not react, to not react to someone who is angry with you or is aggressive with you or even makes you feel uncomfortable. If even if someone's making you feel uncomfortable, don't react, or try not to, in an aggressive manner. Just don't even say anything. I feel like my point here is, if someone is coming at you aggressively, or you feel aggressive towards someone, try to not get in the energy of aggression. Try to not respond at all. You know, sometimes not responding is a response. And it's something that is difficult, especially with someone as like myself who carries a lot of Mars energy naturally. It's a very strong energy. It's bold, but you know, it's good to be a bold person, but there's times for it. And it's a matter of how you express yourself, which interestingly enough links to the full moon in Aries, because it was all about expression, how you express yourself, how you choose to express yourself. And with Scorpio and Mercury retrograde, it's more a time of, yes, not responding to aggression or acting with aggression, but it's really this time right now. And Mercury retrograde it started October 13th and it's going through November 13th. I'm sorry, November 3rd. October 13th through November 3rd. So this is the time to be communicating less with people and more with yourself. And as much as I, in my personal life, a lot of people come to me. Also, as a person, I don't say much, and people want to get to know me. And I'm noticing it's bringing annoyance to me, and it can become aggression because of the fact that I do carry so much scorpionic energy. I love being mysterious. I don't like to honestly, I don't like to talk about myself. And the stuff that I do talk about is never really personal. And this is a time of change. Again, there's a reason why I'm saying all this, because I'm using myself personally as an example. So people can maybe, not respond better to that, but maybe there's someone or some people out there that get it. They're similar. It's a time of communicating more with yourself because there's a lot of changes going on. And if you have a lot of Aries energy within your chart or Scorpio, it's going to affect you very strongly. This energy is going to be difficult because as much as you want to respond in aggression, it's best not to. And this is really a time of recentering yourself, communicating with yourself more than others. Meaning, sure, if you want to talk out loud to yourself, I don't know what people like to do, but it's more so what I want to say is like sitting with yourself and looking at what has changed thus far and what it is that you want to keep changing about yourself, allowing the change to come in, per se. And sometimes it's really, really difficult for people who are very fixed, as myself, because of the fact I carry a lot of Taurus, Capricorn, and Scorpio energy. So I think Capricorn is more of a mutable sign, but Taurus is fixed, Scorpio is fixed, and there's others out there that have a lot of fixed energy as well. And maybe me saying all this helps them understand, A, you're not alone. B, we can't do the things we used to do. It doesn't work anymore. And there's a reason for it. And as much as this energy can be too strong for others or yourself, it's energy that's needed in order to make changes. And that's not just within yourself, it's within your community and the world, if you'd like to go that far. But, it's more so trusting the redirection, letting go. Letting go. That's exactly what I want to say. Letting go. Don't force anything that doesn't work anymore, because it's just going to cause frustration. And I think that's what more so I've been feeling too. Because change is losing control, right? When things change, it's because you don't have control over something anymore, and you have to just allow it to change. Another thing I want to say is also slowing down reactions, avoiding the impulse. And that comes from Aries and Scorpio. Aries are very impulsive, but it's a matter of releasing that energy and slowing down the reactions and activating more of the thinking, sitting with yourself and thinking. Perfect example. The trash guy is outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but this is something that would normally frustrate me. Because it bothers me because it's noise, but this is my test right now to not block it out, just to block it out. So I wanted to see during this Mercury retrograde what the energy is like and where as a collective we may be. This reading may not resonate with everyone because that is impossible. I can't reach everybody in the collective, but if it does resonate with you, please like the video or share it with others that you feel may resonate. And I would love for you to subscribe to my channel because I am trying to grow my audience on my channel as well. Also because I do want to start doing extended readings because I have a Patreon account, but I'm not active on that because I need people to hop on to Patreon. But this is why I want to build my audience on YouTube because I want to start doing extended readings on Patreon. So sometimes I like to I have way too many things I'm trying to do, and it's like Demetra. My real name is Demetra, by the way. Asteria is my raider name, psychic name. But my real name is Demetra. I'll tell myself, you need to... I don't know where I was going with that, to be quite honest. I think Spirit's telling me to get to the damn reading. It's like, stop blabbing. But anywho, yes, I'd like to build my channel, so welcome. And I will timestamp this reading for those that didn't want to hear the beginning or the first part of what I was discussing. I will timestamp. So let's see where the energy is for the collective. Let's see what Spirit has as a message during this Mercury retrograde, October 13th through November 3rd. Also, with the cards, I allow them to fall when I shuffle, so it may take a while sometimes when I'm shuffling. If you're not into that, then there's many other readers on YouTube. Let's get started. Too many. Change your focus is the first card, upright. Number 5. 5 is the number of changes. So it goes with what I was speaking about earlier before the reading, and this is why I felt, as much as I was blabbing, it has a lot to do with the reading because it's the energy that I'm picking up, and I was led to do this reading. So number 5 is all about changes, but notice how she's looking forward. She's looking forward into the future, per se. But also what I'm getting with this energy here is not looking back. Not looking back. Also realizing and looking at what you have grown thus far. What are the seeds that you've planted? What has come out of those seeds that you've planted? Do you like that? Are you ready to move forward to continue planting? Because what I feel with this energy is, whatever we've planted thus far, it's grown and it's grown out. It's not, there's no need for us to keep watering whatever we've planted thus far that's grown. It's already grown. So we need to plant new seeds. And that has to do with looking forward, not looking back. Also, I feel a lot of spiritual energy from this card as well. As much as people want to see or want to know what's coming in the future, I do feel a lot of the energy is blocked here. I feel it's blocked. It's like the veil's pretty thick, and as much as the veil is thinning, because it's October, that's usually when it happens, the thinning of the veil, aka Halloween, all this. I'm not going to get into that, but there's a link here with the spirit world and Halloween in October. That's why I love this month for me as a psychic. But it's still thick, meaning the veil is thick, not for the spirit world, but it's thick as to like we can't really see what's in the future. We can get a small snippet of it, but we can't see everything. And this has a lot to do with changing your focus, as in moving away from the control aspect of I want to know what's going to happen, to just being okay with the little that you know thus far, and just trusting that whatever is going to come in it's part of our destiny. It's part of something that's meant to happen. But I do feel that as a collective, the energy that I'm picking up, there are a lot of changes that do need to be made. And that deals with how we think, how we've been doing things up to this point. And also what I'm getting with this card is there's a sense of freedom here. Allowing yourself to go for what it is that makes you feel happy and content as a human being, as a person that you are meant to be on this planet. There's a need to just look forward, but you can't look forward until you're comfortable with the changes. Refusing to see. See, now this is number 2. Number 2 is the number of balance, balancing mind and heart, balancing spirit and ego. Is that even right? Spirit and ego, is that how I want to say it? I don't even think that's how I want to say it. But anywho, I think people catch my drift. More compassionless ego, or at least a balance of the two. But the energy that I'm getting here, there's a lot of resistance, and it totally makes sense with the current energy that is going on a planetary aspect. It's not only aggressive, it's stubborn energy. It's very fixed, and it's really difficult for people to accept the change. Some are maybe refusing to see the truth. They don't want to see the truth because they don't want the change. But I feel this is an energy we can't avoid. It's like that tower moment, which interestingly enough, the tower in the tarot, I link to Aries and Scorpio. And those two energies are highly prominent right now. And there's a need to balance, because we can't go, it's like an energy of recentering, and there's a need to balance here because the old ways don't work anymore. And there's a need here to see the truth. And it could be to see the truth to who you are as a person, personally. It could be seeing the truth to your life this far, like how far you've come, what you've built for yourself. It's time to see the truth with relationships with people. Number 2, that's all about relationships, partnerships, business partnerships. There's a need here to see the truth to these things. And there could be energy collectively that it's a really difficult time because people fear the truth as well. The truth is scary. I know. I've seen a lot of truths in my life. But it's needed. And you know what? The truth humbles people. And maybe that's something we need now, is more people being humble, because the ego can only take you so far, and it creates destruction. And destruction, you can't see things in destruction. It's hard to see the truth when there's destruction all around you because there's no balance. It's chaos. But sometimes we have to wake up to the chaos that collectively we have created. It's a matter of not pointing fingers anymore. The pointing fingers and blaming no longer works. And that has a lot to do with, personal relationships too. I'm at fault with this as well. As much as people are hurt in their situations and what has happened to them, it's easy to react in anger because you're hurt. And sometimes we have to realize that communication skills are different, perceptions are different, but there's a need for respect as well. And I feel that the goal here is, during this retrograde, is learning with any kind of partnership here, including with yourself, allowing yourself to see the truth and accepting the truth in order to make the changes. Oh, am I out of my water? Yes. Okay. Sorry, I had to check something. So, I just feel a lot of stubbornness from this card. 5 and 2, that's 7. This equals 7. 7 is the number of destiny, and that again links to whatever is happening is destined to happen. We cannot change this. Also, what I'm getting with this energy here, when it does come to partnerships, obviously this is a man and a woman. It's a feminine and masculine. There could be a lot of changes in romantic partnerships. It could be that people are starting to move on, seeing the truths in their partnerships. And this is love energy that I'm picking up. Seeing a different future for themselves because they've changed as a person. And it could be that there are some masculine energies here that are having a difficult time seeing the truth to this and why it is that these changes are happening. Why is it that your feminine may be wanting to look elsewhere? It could also be the feminine energy is trying to have the masculine see something. It could also be with this energy in Mercury right now in retrograde, there's masculines that need to come into this balance. Masculines that need to come into this balance of ego and it's like ego and compassion, care, less selfishness is what I'm getting, less control. I feel the feminines during this time are having an easier time with trusting that things will be okay in the future. It's still not easy. There may still be frustrations, but I feel a sense of the feminines may be having an easier time, even globally, collectively. And funny enough, when you think about it, feminines and masculines do need each other as partners, or even to work together for things to be positive and make a change. If they make the right choices, that is. We have free will. So this is why it's important for people to come together, especially as feminines and masculines. But I do feel there's energy here that, it could be certain energies that I'm picking up as well in the collective that are just really having a difficult time right now with this, because there's a lot of not only unexplainable things happening, it's confusing confusing because there's a lack of foresight. Okay, we got Master, giving and receiving. So again, going back to, now giving and receiving is 6, number 6. Number 6 indicates a lot of things wrapping around. Karma, things coming back from the past. Again, we're in Mercury retrograde. That's when things come back from the past. But maybe per se, this is a time, instead of reacting, if something comes back from the past, instead of reacting out of ego, instead of thinking prior to the reaction, maybe this is a time to actually allow openness and communication and balance, like I was saying earlier, because this is a time of giving and receiving, less ego, more compassion, more understanding, more intuition, less bullshit, right? So it's really important here that not only do you give to yourself, if you're feeling energetically lacked or lacking, it's a time to give to yourself and allow yourself to receive, I should say. Allow yourself to receive from others and allow yourself to give to yourself. It's really important this is happening during this month. And I know it's Halloween. I've already, personally, I've been invited to 2 parties, and I'm going to be honest, I already canceled on one. I don't think I'm not going to anything, because I energetically feel this month, for me, as a psychic, a highly empathic person, I really need to focus on recentering my energy, because it's a very draining energy that I feel around, because it's people are in this just not allowing things to flow, a lot of control, and you can't do this right now. You can, we have free will, but it's fine, do it, be controlling during this time, but it's not going to be easy, and have fun almost going losing your mind, because when you can't control something that's uncontrollable, people can lose their minds like that. Why put yourself in that predicament? Why make yourself go through that experience? Let it go. Allow yourself to trust and nurture yourself. And this is a time, if you have the energy to give, nurture others. And I feel what I'm getting at this with the number 6 and things wrapping around, it's important that anything that comes back around, to be a little more understanding. And trust me, it's hard for me too. It's hard for me too, especially if you've gone through a lot of emotional pain. It's hard to sit there and accept something, even if it's apologies from others, or even if it's them to open up and talk. It's difficult. I totally get both sides, because you're angry, and you're angry because you're sad, and you're sad because that person hurt you, or that situation hurt you, or what's going on around us is hurting you. You know, no one is perfect, and no one is going to agree with each other all the time, but there's a need collectively to allow others to speak and listen. Less reaction, more listening. So anything that comes back around from the past, it's a time of being fair to yourself too. You know, when you allow others to open up and explain, that's closure. And that's being fair to yourself. So allow that person to give you that closure. If it's closure that you want from a situation, relationship, business partnership, which is also a relationship, if it's something that you feel needs to come to a closure within your community, the people that you hang out with, groups, those are personal changes you want to make. Allow the closure to happen, because you owe it to yourself. You know, and as much as people want to go off ego and say, well, I'm going to ghost that person because fuck them. Also, I cuss, so this is not, I'm real, okay? The tarot is real. Oracles are real talk. So I'm not rainbows, sunshines, and unicorns 24/7. I get tired of saying that. But I think if people have been watching me this far, they know how I am as a reader. But going back to the reading, you owe it to yourself. And as much as people say, I'm going to ghost that person because they fucked me over, or fuck them, or this person wants to explain themselves to me. Well, I got something to say to them. That's not the way to react right now. And as difficult as it is, I get it. But you owe yourself, that person opening up, you owe yourself seeing the truth to situations in your life, because you owe yourself that closure. You don't want to go off into the future with no closure. It's a bitch. And I'll tell you, because I was that person in the past that was like, no, I'm not going to say anything, and I'm not going to do anything, and I'm not going to speak up for myself, because what's the point? I'm moving on. And it's karma. That's karma. Also, I have number 15 here, another 6. I'll go into that card. But this is very karmic. This number 6, I feel, whatever's wrapping around is karmic. You need to close it out. Trust me, you do not want to move forward with karma that's still unpaid. If you don't believe in karma, whatever it is that you want to call it, if you don't believe in karma, then people, places, things from the past, cut it off. But at least you owe yourself that closure. It's a form of respect, respecting yourself. Allowing yourself to get that closure is a form of respecting yourself too, so you can be happy. Last card I'm going to get into, number 15. That's the number 6, something wrapping around. Master. You are the master to how it is you feel. You are the master to, also with this, I'm getting it's compassion, heart. But see how it's caged? It's not being a masculine energy again. There may be masculines in the collective. They're really not having an easy time opening up with the compassion, opening up their hearts. Something here. There's a lot of ego energy that I feel during this retrograde. And I know because I feel it within myself. It's strong. So again, you hold the master key to this, the heart center. A lot of green, a lot of heart healing. Heart chakra, if you want to call it that. Heart chakra needs to be centered, needs to be healed. Allow others to give you that love and compassion. Maybe there's people from the past, situations wrapping around that want to, if it's not apologize, they want to give what they feel you were owed or deserved, and it's out of compassion. And there's a need here for people, some in the collective, that need to allow themselves to accept it and listen to others' explanations or how it is that they feel. And at that moment, after listening, you can decide or decipher if you want to continue a bond with someone or a situation or even a group of friends, if that's what it is, or you want to move on, but at least allow yourself that closure. But you're the master to how it is you choose to feel. You're responsible for how it is that you choose to react. So if you're this person, if you're this energy, if you're more in your masculine energy, there's a need to be tapping into more of the feminine energy right now. And that's because there's more compassion that's needed and more love. Masculine energy is controlled by Mars. That's why they say women are from Venus, men are from Mars. Mars energy is about sex, politics, power, control. It's very strong in manifesting, creating, manifesting, same thing. Venus is about beauty, art, femininity, softness, compassion, love. we need more of that right now. We need more of that Venus energy right now during this retrograde, because Aries and Scorpio, Mars ruled. It's just not, we can't go off ego right now. There's a healthy amount of ego, and then there's an amount of ego that's so stubborn that it's like a freaking bulldozer that you're trying, I shouldn't say bulldozer. It's like a wall that you're trying to break down. There's a good example. A cage you're trying to get through someone's heart. I'm picking that up as well. Could be with partnerships, that's what's happening. There's people that are wanting to, it could be feminine energies more wanting to get to the masculine's emotional side, wanting them to open up. Vice versa, whoever is the masculine, feminine energy within your connection or relationship, it doesn't matter, but there needs to be more feminine energy present here to keep a balance. I feel that there's also people seeing the truth to, what their heart feels, what they've been holding in for so long. Allowing themselves to open up the truth to what they feel within their heart. So I'm not going to go into the tarot with this because I didn't want it to be a really long reading. I really wanted to touch the current energy we are in right now during this Mercury retrograde. Again, October 13th through November 3rd. So I'm going to clarify this quick little reading with, what's this deck called? Angel Answers, I believe. I'm going to clarify it and finish the reading off with one card. And we're ending the reading with choose a new direction. So it completely wraps around to what I started speaking about before the reading. So that's why it's important to listen to what I'm saying, because a lot of the times I'm channeling. I'm not just, it's not just my opinion. It's channeling it's messages that I feel. I don't usually do readings during the day. I'm a night reader. I love reading at night. That's when I really connect. But if I'm feeling this push intuitively to do a reading, there's a reason, especially during the day. And the trash guy came earlier. We're dumping out the trash, people. Dumping out the trash and choosing a new direction. So I'm ending the reading there. I hope that I helped some others understand and maybe connect to the current energy. I thank you for watching. And again, if you feel you connect to me and you love my style of reading and how I work as a psychic, please subscribe to my channel. And I'm sending everyone love and light and many blessings. And I will see you soon. Bye.